how you doing? Happy Wednesday. And of course it is crafting at home with Carly. Hope you're doing really well. Did you hear my exciting news yesterday? Can you believe I'm going to be teaching virtually, hopefully monthly, but we'll see. The first one will be June, which will be absolutely amazing for the Crafty Monkeys. Don't worry, I will still be returning to Create and Craft once lockdown is over. And of course, working with Tattered Lace and all the amazing brands, including Disney, etc. So don't worry, it's just another sort of bow, if you like, another feather to my bow, exactly. So today we're going to do two different projects. I thought I'd come on early, really, just to have a little chat and just make sure everyone's okay. Hope you're keeping safe as well. Excuse me. I just drank a drink before I did this and I gulped it down. Shouldn't do that. Hi Julie, hope you're doing really well. I am hoping as well, obviously we do the art journal Monday. I'm thinking Wednesday should be, you know, we just do different techniques, different sort of ideas. Hi Julie. But I was thinking maybe Fun Day Fridays, because this Friday obviously is oh, hi Jan, hi Selma, hope you're all doing really well. Hi Paul, hope you're doing good, long time no see. Obviously Friday is VE Day, so of course it's going to be a really big celebration. So I don't actually know if I'm going to be doing a live this Friday because it's bank holiday, but hopefully I will, even if it's just a little project, because we're going to be having our own, obviously, 1940s tea party, which I'm really excited about. So tomorrow we're baking all day, baking beautiful cakes, hopefully. They should be all right. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let me check the time. Oh no, we've still got a few more minutes. Hi Joanne, how you doing? I hope you're all doing really well. Now there is as well a really clever way that we can all link up when I do a live. So if you're thinking maybe you'd like to join one of my lives that are structured, so for instance Art Journal Monday, what we can do is we can actually create all of us, so we can all come on camera and we can just separate it down. Makes it a lot easier, but if you want to be able to do that, we can do that. I hope everyone's keeping safe. It's a lovely day outside today. Apparently the weather's going to be amazing tomorrow and Friday, so fingers crossed for picnics. It'll be lush. Okay, so let's check the time. Oh no, we're nearly there. We've still got 5 minutes. I've come on a bit early, haven't I? Okay, the first card that I'm going to be creating today is going to be a twisted easel card. It's quite a simple concept, but I'm using the most beautiful papers. They're from, hi Joanne, they're from Authentic, which is a fabulous American brand. Beautiful, beautiful papers. So let me show you these first of all. So I've got this lemon and grey florals. I've also got some soft script with the lemon around the edge. But look at these toppers. Now you get these in a 12 by 12 sheet. Look how fab that is. I love it, absolutely love it. So I've got multiple layers, so this is the quickest way to create a really beautiful twisted easel. So shall we get on with the craft? I think we should. So I'm working on 8 by 8 as my base, but you can adapt and change this to however you prefer. Hi Jessica, yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Really, really well. I hope you're doing okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to rotate you around so you can see my hands and see what I'm up to. And we can get on and create this project. Right, here we go. So I've got my base card, which is an 8 by 8. All you're going to do is you're going to open it up in your usual traditional way, but instead what you're going to do is you're going to fold corner to corner. That easy. And I'm just really crisping that up. If you haven't got a bone folder, don't worry, because what we'll do is we'll just use the edge of our scissors. Now this must be kept really crisp. The reason why is because once we start adding the layer on the top, it needs to be able to stand proud. So on this top triangle that we've just folded over, I'm now just going to apply some adhesive. I'm using a tape runner, you can use glue, whatever your own preferred one is. Next, I've taken another sheet which is exactly the same size as the base card, and I'm going to adhere it, she says, there we go, to the top half. So this is our base now, can you see that? Super simple. So now we've got this, we can start decorating. Always hold it open, hold the top half as it is. It just stops you getting lost in where your layers are. So the first layer I'm going to put on is this beautiful, absolutely stunning floral. Now, like I said, this is from Authentic, which is an American brand company. Stunning. So what I did is, this is 8 by 8, so I actually cut my decorative paper at 7.5, and then this was 7 3/4 for the black frame around the edge. So again, I'm just going to adhere that on. Now, if you are thinking about joining me on Zoom for the different workshops that I will be doing for Crafty Monkeys, now this, my next layer, I'm going to slightly pop it, slightly obscure, can you see that? I do believe it's £25 ticket, but with that I have designed an exclusive paper range for you to print out and work with as we work along with this. Absolutely gorgeous. So now I've done this, this is just the top. I'm going to add another layer, but I've popped foam pads on the back just to lift it up a little. Super simple. Now, if you like your projects clean, and basically what that means is it's not fussy, it's not it's very fresh but still delicate. So if you prefer yours like that, and you don't need to put it in a jar, because I know some people much prefer it to conform beautifully. Now I'm going to add that top on top, and you can see the multiple layers. One of the reasons why I do use a lot of multiple layers is because it gives your card weight. Now the reason why I do that as well is because it makes it feel expensive. It'll be sturdy, it will stay lovely. So that's that top bit, but I will come back and do the fiddly bit of decoration with that in a second. Because what I want to do is I want to come down here to my base of my card. So again, I've gone a bit smaller this time. So this is 7 by 7 black with just a strip of that decorative paper on the right hand side. Absolutely gorgeous. Next, again from another collection from Authentic, I've just cut this free from a different piece of scrapbooking paper, and I've put foam pads on the back. Now this is going to sit here, because what that will do is, one, it will lift it up, so that will become almost like your stopper for your easel card. But I just think it looks beautiful. So if you take it right to the edge, there we go. Can you see that? So when this comes round, it will just sit beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do now as well is I've cut a sentiment out, and I want to show you how you can glaze just certain little elements of this. So I'm just going to take my Versamarker pen, and I'm just going to find the brush nib, and I'm just going to it's almost like colouring in over the top of this topper sentiment. So I'm just adding a little bit in there like so. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tray, I'm using super clear fine wow embossing powder, but obviously you can use whatever you prefer at home. So now I'm just going to shake that off, and you'll see with a spot of luck, there we go, it's just that centre panel done. So now I'm just going to heat that off and give it a bit of a glaze. Here we go, starting to turn. Why is it so satisfying to watch embossing powders heat up? Don't ask me, but I love it. Absolutely love it. So just on that middle panel now, we've give it a glaze. Beautiful. So let's have a look where we are with this. I've just noticed I've put all my tape in my paint palette. Not a good idea, Carly. So I'm just going to grab some foam tape now. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I may need to move you a little bit. How's that? Is that a bit better? And I will just place the foam tape just on the reverse. And I will just add this to my project, just like so. Absolutely pretty. So now I'm just going to do a tiny little bit of stamping. This is just sort of a generic sort of a lollipop flowers, I call them. But obviously that's not the real word for it. But these are so pretty, and you can just add these in. Now I'm using the Distress Amber ink. Beauty of that is it will go over all of the layers of your paper, and you will still be able to see that gorgeous design. Sorry about that, my brother called. So naughty, isn't he? I'll call him back in a little while. So I'm just going to stamp up here, and I'm just going to add a few little detailed bits just here and there, and you can see that. Also, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to pick up some of this fossilized amber, and I'm going to pop it onto my dauber, and then I'm just going to flick from the edges. So put it on and you flick from the edge. So rather than sort of scrumpling with it or embossing, we're just flicking that little bit of colour in. Just a little tad. There we go. Now we come down here a bit more. Flick it in. So you get that heavy build-up colour, and then it blends away. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to pop a tad in there and a tad along there. Right, I've also got some additional little bits that I've just brought to the table, really. We'll see what we've got. So I've got some butterflies. These are offcuts of little pieces of paper that I had. So this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this away from the base. Then I'm just going to cut and make some banner flags. So you just cut triangles into the end, obviously depending on how you want your banners to sit. I will just pull that away like so. Now let's pop some glue on there, and I'm just going to pop one down the bottom there and one up the top there. Also, I've got these beautiful butterflies that I was telling you about. I'm going to cut some more banner flags as well. I'd actually really like quite a big one there, so I'm going to go right into the centre. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, see, I like things like this. I just start looking and thinking, oh yeah, see how we can find the right place for it. And that is the right place for me. It's all about balance. As long as the project has balance, then it's perfect. There we go. Going to take another one here. Just cut a few more banners. May even pop, let's have a look. Yeah, I like that bit there. It's all about the balance. As long as that's there, then you can see where you are going with it. Okay, so now this one, I'm going to make this into a smaller banner. So again, a much smaller one. And I'm just going to tuck that in there at the bottom. Then again, over the top. We will just add that there. So these little butterflies, I'm just going to manipulate them, make them more 3D. And then we shall pull that up and just add them here and there. I've got 2. I thought I had 3, but no, you have 2, Carly. So I'm just going to stick this down here, just like so. There we go. There is my project. Now I'm going to turn you around so we can have a look at it properly. Hiya! Hope you're all doing all right. Oh, thank you, Julie. Long-term problem, but really bad. Oh, bless you, sweetheart. So there is your twisted easel with additional decoration. And remember, just add that glaze to your sentiment. It just really, really makes it pop. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, don't worry, because it will go flat into an envelope. How cool is that? I love easel cards. They're just one of the easiest, most adaptable projects that you can create, but they are just so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Julie. Hi, Claire Louise. Hope you're all doing well. Right, next project. I know, I'm flying today, aren't I? It's just one of them days, you know, you just fly. Don't know. Okay, so the next project, should we do some stamping? Yeah. This is my little Eureka goodie bag. And what I'm going to create today is I'm going to be using one of the most beautiful stamps that Marla brought to you. Gorgeous card, also love you. You love a cardie? Cheers, I love this little cardie. It's so warm, but upsets me because if I accidentally wash it on something else, rather than obviously a wool wash or a cold wash, I just stretch it because it really goes real. Hiya, Helen. Hope you're doing all right. So what we are going to do, if you remember the very last Amala launch, my beautiful craft sister and yours, Tony Derrick launched our fabulous range because obviously I was at home isolating, but don't worry, Amala will be back soon, but it's all just on hold just at the moment because, to be honest, I don't think Tony really enjoyed doing it that much. I know, she's a fabulous designer, but I just don't think she felt comfortable and at ease with obviously lots of different arty techniques. She's much more used to her own sort of brand, if you know what I mean. So we are going to be using the most exquisite stamp today. We are going to be using Fearless, the eyelashes. Oh, I love it. It's just so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And we are going to be creating a canvas today. So these are just the little flat canvases. You can buy them online. I know that we do stock them at Create Craft, but there are lots of other places you can buy them as well. So we're going to be creating a background, then I'm going to be stamping, probably embossing on top, but I just want to show you how you can just adapt and change your projects that you are doing. So don't you just love a fresh canvas? Oh yes. Haven't got any Amala designs. Ooh, I'm sure the Penny Dragon will let you spend. Oh yes. Have a look at my Amala page. All the links are on there. My stamps are available at Create Craft, but obviously it's Stamps by me as well. So, and there is something for everybody. They're very fresh, they're very modern. Basically, the whole concept of Amala is ink makes art like art. Me and Tony Derrick have done all the hard work. We've done all the arty bit. All you get to do is the fun bit. So you get to do the snipping it down once you've stamped it, stamp on fabric, the colouring, the artwork, all the backgrounds. So don't worry about having to actually have that finesse of the art style, because Amala have done that for you. So let's get on with our canvas and I'll show you what I'm going to do today. So I've started off, these are 5x7, these little canvases. Absolutely beautiful. So of course you can use on this acrylic, you can use on this water base, you can use whatever you prefer. But today what I'm going to be using are the beautiful Stamps by Me acrylic sprays. Now these are fab. I've got it in the Rusty Penny, I've got it in the Sea Breeze, the Blossom, the Twinkle, which is very special, and of course the Gold. Now when you do purchase any of these, you'll notice that there's a lot of micro at the bottom. What you need to do is swirl it. You don't shake it, you swirl it, and that just brings all of that mica to the top. Okay, so I'm just going to give them a little twirlies, and then we can start building up. So first things first, I need some low tack tape. Why did I not think of that before I sat down? It's okay, I have some here. So I'm using Scotch low tack tape. It's my favourite. It just does what it says on the tin. There are a lot of other alternative brands that you can use, completely up to you. So I'm just going in the centre over my canvas, and I'm purely using this as a mask just to give me some white space in the middle here. Okay, so 3 layers of low tack tape. So let's start with the colour. I'm going to go with the blue first, so I'll give it a little wish round, and I'm just going to spray quite light, not too much, just over. I'm going to go back in with the pink now. Like so. I'm just going to dry this off quickly so then you can multiple layer the colours. Also, where it's on the tape, you can just give it a bit of a drip. There we go. You can also add water to these as well if you want, especially on that middle panel where the tape is. Just blend it out. Tap to get off your excess. Beautiful. Okay, so now that's dry, I'm going to go in with my fossilised amber distress ink now. So I'm going to pick this up on here. I'm just going to hold this down, and I'm just going to start pulling some of this colour in. Now I don't want it to saturate the project, but I still want enough of the colour to see. And obviously think about symmetry, because that makes your projects attractive. And just work it round. I'm just going to pop a little bit just on that edge as well. Super simple. Beautiful. So on top of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fan brush, take it straight into my water, and flick over them yellow bits that I've just added in with that ink. Because what happens with oxide is when you add any water, it just blends and is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So now I'm just going to dry that off as well. So you're just going to chase the water around the edge. Because what it does, it picks up on the paint, and then it just creates the most exquisite patterns. Really, really does. Now these canvases I think are really, really achievable. Because they're only 5x7, you don't feel as stressed out. Like if you have like a 12x12 or like an A3 canvas, for instance, it can be a bit daunting. So this is perfect because it's nice, it's almost like card shape size. So it will give you that confidence to be able to do that. Right, so now I'm going to come over to my low tack tape. I'm just going to pull that away. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp on top. I've just got to make sure all of these wet areas are definitely dried off. We will be adding more colour into this area in a little while, but because I'm stamping and embossing, it's best to make sure that it's really crisp and dry. Now I'm going to get my Eureka, my stamping platform. Obviously it is my favoured one, but if you haven't got one, then don't worry. With all Amala stamps, the sizes that they are A5. So because of that, you will need a much larger stamp platform. Right, let's have a look at the position we are in. Perfect. There we go. So we're just going to sit that on there. I'm just going to pop this within my Eureka, pick up that stamp and add some, I'm using lettering, embossing ink, but you can use whatever you prefer. So I'm just going to give that a good old sort of invigorate it, if you like, with the embossing ink over the top. Very, very beautiful, this stamp. And I am simply going to stamp over the top. Now, with all Amala stamps, I do urge you to use your fingertips rather than squash, because what this does is it just gives you a much cleaner, crisper print that you will be after. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to come over to my, let's just pull that away from the previous project. Try not to get it everywhere, Carly, she says. Okay, so I'm going to go for some black. This is almost like a sort of, it's sort of almost like a puff sort of embossed layer. So let's have a look. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do now, using the edge of a pen, is I'm actually going to scratch quite a bit of this embossing off. The reason why is I'm going to double stamp over the top. So now I've scratched a part of that away. Is return it back to the position I was in. So let me check this. This is where it gets tricky. I think we're about there. Let's have a look. Yep, about there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up my black ink. This is how you can have some bits raised and some bits flat. So I'm going straight on, get loads of ink on there. Okay, so let's see where we are. Yep, fingertips again. Now also, if you don't have a lot of pressure within your hands and you struggle with stamping, a great easy alternative is just use a brayer, because then the actual pressure's not in your hands. Add that layer, and it's all about the contact. As soon as that ink has that contact with paper, you should get a perfect print. So let's have a look. It's just not coming out today. To go again. Let's add some more ink this time. I think my first line is getting a bit low. Let's try again. Sorry about the camera moving. Right, so now what we're going to do, we've got that main design, is I'm going to go in with my watercolours now and finish off some of the colours. So let me just clean my brush out a little. I'm going to take this orangey green. Just pull this colour into there. Wash into the blue. Warmer colour over there, add a little bit of that there. Now I'm just going to give it a good old flick with some water. Then we are going to heat set that. See how it's starting to blend just by adding that little bit of water over the top. Really makes everything blend together. When it's quite wet, the best way to dry it is in circles, because otherwise you're just going to push that colour everywhere you don't want it to go. So you're better off doing it in the circles, and it just blends beautifully into the next colour. I'm going to take a stencil. I've just got a stencil with some numbers on, and I'm not going to stencil the whole thing, just a little tad of it. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of maybe a blue, a tumble glass for instance. That would be perfect. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of detail just at the sides. Don't worry about it being perfect. This is more about your adventures. Okay, so let me find a sentiment for this. I'm going to use your wings, or your eyelashes, shall we say. I'm just going to go straight from ink pad just around the edge. So you can go straight in, or you can wipe it, depending on how you prefer to adhere things. Give it colour, sorry. So now I'm just going to pop that to the side. There we go. Hiya, how you all doing? So there's your canvas. How easy was that? So super easy. And don't forget as well the twisted easel card that I created first of all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you'll join me. I'll do a quick tutorial on Friday, because obviously it's a very beautiful celebration day, and we will all be home and having a tea party. So thank you so much. Oh my, I was just thinking about using my brayer. See, it's so easy, so easy. Thank you so much for joining me today. If I have inspired you at all using any of the products that I've been using or creating projects, please add them to my Crafty Army, which is my own group. The reason why is because if you add your projects on Friday, I'm going to be giving away a very special prize to the best one who's uploaded a project. There's only been 2 put on there so far, so it's slim pickings at the moment, but don't you worry, I'm sure you'll soon pop yours on today. Thank you so much again for choosing to spend your time with me. Take care, friends, stay safe, and I will see you, well, on Friday in my 40s attire, more than what I usually am, so we'll see. Take care, friends, see you later, bye bye.